Hello everyone again. This is my, I think, 11th or 18th live stream. 18th, sorry. And sorry for the delay. We had some technical issues with YouTube. For some reason, we couldn't go live on the dashboard, but I hope we managed to resolve issues and that won't happen again. At least not during this live stream. But yeah, today the plan is to figure out how to put parameters into context and maybe polish a bit Memgraph like Rust query modules code as a whole. But we'll see about that. We'll see how the first part will go. As always, please like, share, subscribe if you like this content. And yeah, let's get started. So in the meantime, I've managed to do some stuff. So I've removed the MGP const value, and that was like a cleanup code. I will comment that a bit. But then I'll do that briefly and then try to do stuff on the context side. I already started coding, so let me show you. I'm in the code. Sorry for jumping in, but yeah, let's first go back a bit. So that this was the code change since last time. I've introduced a value struct, and by doing so, I'll just move myself here. By doing so, I didn't cover all the value types yet, so I had to change tests a bit for now, but I'll revert to that as soon as possible. But the most interesting thing is this is all just refactoring. We removed MGP const property, all these const repetitions of the code, which are not required anymore. The most interesting thing is that we now have the value enum. So value has now null, bool, int, float, vertex. These are objects. These are Rust objects now, and vertex will have vertex we have under the hood like a copied vertex from Memgraph. Yeah, so this is the value object. We removed a bunch of code, which is good. And let me find the vertex. So value has the vertex, and vertex is somewhere. Let me find that. Value vertex. Yeah, so vertex is here. We can see the result. So value vertex, but then we have exactly that vertex object, and it has a pointer to the underlying vertex copy, because as we said, so we need these constant values. So we have the vertex we get here is like a constant, and we cannot do anything with that, and we want to copy it, and then after we want to delete that object. And also here is result in memory, and that's the reason why I have to introduce the context, so not to have that split into 2 or 3, whatever is required. At least I'll try to solve that in that way. That's about it. And I have these functions that will create values. So when I get MGP value, then my goal is to transform that MGP value into a Rust value here. And this is the code that will do the transformation, but it's not done yet. We'll finish that in the future. And that's it. That's the whole point with removing the constant stuff. So I think that's fine. And then let me just go back a bit under here. And so today I'll try to cover these two. So implement context memgraph containing arguments, graph, result, and memory. And also I'll try to polish a bit the whole project. So let me jump here. I already did some work on that end. So instead of passing these values one by one, the goal will be to encapsulate these things in some kind of a context. At this point, I've decided to implement a struct called MGP Memgraph. That will have directly these argument, graph, result, and memory pointers, and by default that will be all null. And also then like one more struct. I've created one more struct that will have RC with MGP Memgraph. RC is our reference count. So this is like a shared pointer to the underlying memory on heap, and this struct here will be allocated on heap, and then RC will have a pointer to that. And I've decided to use RC because I think that's better to do than box, because by doing so I can pass that memgraph wherever I want, and it should still work, and I don't have to worry about borrowing and stuff. As far as I understood documentation, the problem is that let's say cyclical reference could happen, but I think that shouldn't be the case, because this struct here is pretty simple. So it has these 4 pointers, and that's it. And these pointers will stay the same throughout the whole execution of a procedure. So hopefully we don't have any issue on that side, but we'll see. That's my first attempt. We'll see how that will go. I've already started compiling stuff, and it says, and yeah, it compiles. So I've managed to compile the system project and the example project, and that's all fine. And maybe I can now just try to run these things. So let me run this. Okay, we have something there. Do I have? No, I don't have anything here. I'll just try to end-to-end. I'll just try end-to-end stuff so that I'm sure it's all good. Let me query memgraph, create some stuff inside. Great. And then we have to call a procedure. It works. So good. The whole thing still works. The problem we have from before, so when I changed to the value object, for some reason I've started leaking bytes. So I have a memory leak somewhere in the code, and I have to figure out, but I'll first change everything, and then I'll try to track that problem down. But yeah, that has to be resolved. It's it is some serious problem, and we have to fix that before doing something serious. Okay. Okay. If you have any questions about this, or you have a suggestion about where is that now? Sorry. About the context and the how I decided to move on, feel free to jump in. I'm not sure 100% is this correct, but yeah, let's move on. If I run tests, I think I'm gonna have a bunch of problems because probably not, because I didn't actually change anything in the tests yet. Yeah, all good, great. But then how to proceed actually? So this is it. Example. Let's go to the example. So we've created these. We've created the context and we passed the context. And now we actually want to, instead of doing this crazy stuff with the context, I have to propagate context throughout the whole code. So this will take a bit more time now, but okay. Let's try to do that. EG. Make graph vertices iterator, and now instead of passing all these three objects, I'll just pass context. Okay, and then we don't need this anymore. The problem is we don't know that memgraph is here, so we need now we're gonna do a little bit of refactoring. So vertices iterator. So here, instead of result and memory, we also need context. Okay. And by default, context is memgraph. I hope this is going to work. Missing. I need the default stuff. How is that actually done? Sorry, I forgot the syntax. Sorry, default. Default that. I hope this is going to fly. Nope, that won't fly because we also have to implement default. Okay, but that should be easy. Well, default for memgraph. Context rc new, and then memgraph think this is correct. MGP memgraph. Mismatch types. No. That's okay. Now this should be fine as well. So we have by default all null pointers here, which is good. Self.context.memory. So we can already refactor here. So instead of self.context.memory, here I have to pass. Here I have to pass the exact pointer because we are calling the CAPI function. Okay, vertex should also get the pub context memgraph. Why is that a problem? Doesn't implement debug. Derive debug. Okay, that should be easy to fix. Let's try to fix that quickly for now. Okay. Self-context memory. Okay, in here we have context. This might be tricky because I have to make a clone of that because I need vertex. So this should work. Nice. Nice. So the same here. Okay. That's, I think, great. And now here as well, we need to propagate that object. Now we have problem with this window. Let me just check how to close that. Sorry, that was left from before. Vim RC. This is under float. Okay. Self memory. This should be fine now. MGP value to value. Here we can pass context. Sorry. Okay. We're gonna have the context here. MGP memory. All these methods have to get the context. Now. I hope you're seeing everything. Still no questions. Please ask questions if you have them, or made any suggestions if I'm making stupid stuff. That's also possible. MGP value, la 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 la. Context. Okay, so here we just need context, and here we need memory. Okay, I hope that's okay. Here we have to actually replace everything. Mm. Okay, MGP value. I'm gonna return MGP value. Okay, memory context dot memory result context dot result. Usually the memory and result are going together because of this error handling. Because whenever something is wrong, then some error message should be written in the result. So that result is always almost always needed. I mean, it could be somehow isolated, but I know I think it makes sense to have that at one place, like calling the C procedures calls and then error handling at the same place. All right, that has to be done for everything else. So make null val. Sorry. Memgraph. And I've decided to make a function call here to get these objects, but maybe there is something nicer to do with that context, because I have that context inside. I have that reference count inside that object, so maybe it's a better idea to do something else, but I know it seems to me that this is the smartest thing to do at this stage. Why is no? Yeah, that's fine. The same here. Context memgraph. Don't need this. I've decided to do this now because, yeah, I even with the small amount of code I already have to do a lot of refactoring, and hopefully that context won't change a lot, or at least in the context we can put almost anything. So we can change that code if needed in the future with something else. Maybe, we will see. That's fine. Memory. oops, context, context dot result, double as well. Okay, and we good here. Okay, now all these functions have the right stuff inside. If I go back, MGP value to value, we good on that end. To result, we also need context here. We just need to pass context. I hope this is going to fly. Yep. That's now, I think, correct value. Yep. And we have context.memory here as well. And that's fine. All right. Context, we are good on this end. What about now? I still for sure have a bunch of places to change this thing. Graph memory, graph, okay, that's under vertex. Okay, here, vertices iterator, context. Vertices iterator, yes. Context dot memory. This should be fine now. Context dot result. Okay. Property value, properties iterator. Iterator can also have context is default context is in the same way as with vertex. So we're gonna call RC new memgraph and then dot alt. Okay. And also so to the RC. Yep. Okay. Hopefully this is going to fly. We have PTR is for what is wrong here. Context is sorry. Memgraph, we can do this instead. I think that should fly. All right. Let's make this MGP value to value. That already has the context. So the same thing here. Self.context. Yep. Okay. Vertex has that, but here self.context. All right, that should work. And yeah, it's a bit weird because the compiler is a bit slow, and then we don't have interesting. Yeah, that's why I mentioned that I need a clone here, because, but yeah, context result. Yeah, now we have a problem with that. Yep, now we have, which does not implement copy trait. Yep, now that's why I decided to go with RC, because we started borrowing we have to implement borrow on multiple. We have to borrow in multiple places, and then Rust compiler will complain. Okay. Which does not implement copy trait. And I forgot what's the difference between copy and cloned. Just to check a bit. I know we clone is like a deep copy, if I got this right. If I put this here under debug and clone, no. So copy and clone are required to go together. Let's try this a bit. Yeah. If you specify copy, then assignment will actually copy stuff. Derive copy clone. Why that Why this doesn't work? Copy clone. Copy may not be implemented for this type. Does not implement copy. This field does not implement copy. Probably because of this. But I don't want to copy this. I just want to. Implement clone. I need clone that will clone. I hope that will derive clone. But this should be done. But I don't want to make copy of that object every single time. Let's say if I put here clone, what's going to happen in that case? Nothing. RC, why is yeah, so we're gonna increase the clone for that RC. We'll take that pointer. Yeah, that's what I want. So I want to but how do we keep the reference counter valid and up to date? Exactly. We have to do something whenever a new reference owner is created. Especially we had okay. Decrease drop, okay. And clone, you guessed it, clone, the copy trait by definition. Says that type can be duplicated just by copying bits. Types that can be copied by simply copying bits, memcopy. But it's not true in our case because we just copy bits. Aha. Aha. A type cannot implement copy if it implements drop. Source. Since RC does implement it to increase. Aha. In addition, it just consists of shared. Aha. How do I? How do I then? I can't make a copy of this because of this. Mhm. Mhm, mhm. We have RC clone. Aha. I can make copy. I can't make copy, but I can call clone. And that will just clone. That will just clone my object here. Yep. But wherever I have that, self.context.clone. What about this? This should be fine. Self.context.clone. I hope this will clone just the this will clone just the reference counter and it's fine. All right. Context.clone. Hopefully you can see my screen. Yes. All right. One more. Oh. Oh, I don't like this. Value moved here. Context. I want to clone here as well. What? Context. So in this case, if you have the exact context, then you can use just context, but it's not possible because I have to clone. Nice. That should work now. Let's test actually. So if I make a reload, where do I have load all? Reload, just to check that I reloaded something. Yes. And now if I run the same procedure, it works. It still has the issue, but it works. Okay. Great. What about tests? Poof, that's gonna explode in so many places. Yep. Fine. What if I call make test here? Boom. Sorry for this output. Now I have to create a context here as well in these tests. Okay. More refactoring. Okay, use create. No. How to import that actually? Yeah, create. I think that's fine. Memgraph default. Okay, I need context. Now we have here two contexts, so it might be a bit weird. One is like testing context and one is memgraph context, which is not great, but let's leave it like this for now. But I'm gonna copy paste that so many times. I'll call this mg ctx just to be compliant with this context mg. ctx mg. Okay. This should be fine. Yep. One more context. ctx mg. ctx mg. All right. Integer value. xmg xmg integer value. ctxmg, okay. Double ctxmg, okay. And here we again have the same, or maybe no, mgp value doesn't need that, but here we need mgp context. MGP value a value is an enum, and we need that context here. That's a bit hackish now because we have an enum and we have that method which is oh yeah, let's leave it like that for now. MGP value xmg, that's it. But if we run this now, vertex tests, property tests are good, result is good, value test, what about here? Value is good, vertex, alright. We again need why is this? Memgraph, okay, and we need alright. So we need these two. We need that and we need that. Okay, and we also need that below. Let me place this first. So vertex ctx1, ctx2, ctx memgraph, and then We just need context ctx mg. All right. Context. Let me now just copy this here, here. I'm doing a little bit of manual refactoring, but what can you do? That also has to be done. This is done, this is done. I think we actually good. It might pass this time. Boom. Okay, great. Cargo FMT to format all that crazy code. Let's reload. Ooh, no. Aha. What did I do? Yep. This is okay. Let's check what it happened. So we introduced context and we introduced RC. Do we really need that? Yes, because the example, so if I run tests, I run test, that should be fine. Yep. If I run build here, poof. Yeah, let's check. Let's change this as well. Lib. So now we can remove a bunch of code here. Let's try to make this efficient. So I'll press the F. Great. Okay, context result. No, I need context. This is now gonna cry because of the borrowing of the move, which is not okay here. I think I have to call clone here. That's not good, because I'll have to clone every single time throughout the procedure. So now I'm considering the user code, and that's a little bit of problem, because when that context will be passed, the user has to know that it has to be cloned. Mismatched, no. Why is here? AG, make result record. Make result record. No. I just didn't change here. Record is a return type, but here we need context. Haha. Great. So fv context text memgraph. All right. Okay. Context.result. 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 Okay, this is good. A record name value result context. But I don't like that clone. We'll have to figure something out on that side. I'll put a to do for that. Context result inserted for fr fr. Oh, a bunch of text dot result. All right. Add read procedure. This is required because we need to register something that has test procedure, and test procedure needs to be in this format because only that is possible. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. All right. Cargo build. Boom, boom, boom. Now we have to actually call this properly. So what mismatch type? Now it shouldn't be a mismatch type. Oh. Context result, context memory. Here we have a context as well. We don't need this. We need this. This is now okay. We need just one context. Yeah, we need to make insert plus a value. So we need to make a method that will immediately make a string value and also insert that into result, because that's very convenient. I mean, very common functionality. So that's to do. Just let me write that down. So to do first is clone problem. And second is insert a value. Okay. Context. Okay. Make string. So all right, close, very close. We are very close to getting things totally done. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Great. Context. Yep. And now, hopefully, we can compile this. Yep, that's a problem. Value moved. We have to add the clone as well. Let's just replace all context with context.clone for now. No, no, but yes, 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 yes. It's probably wiser to have that borrow stuff here than the clone. Anyway, I'll try to do that with the reference as well. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Where are we? No, no, no. About now. Boom. Now it works. Okay. Okay. What if I reload stuff now? History load, history run. It works. Still leaking, and it should leak. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we have that, I think we changed now everything. Let me just run end-to-end test, and we might be able to commit this. That's done here. So so far throughout most of the live streams I did use manual testing, but we actually have end-to-end test set up here. So in order to do so, we'll build Python. We'll build the entire mage repository, and that will copy our binary to the dist folder, and then we can go into end-to-end. Actually, I mean, we can run PyTest because we use PyTest to run end-to-end tests. I made a hack here. I think this is going to work as well. PyTest and -k is filtering, but we're gonna just run rsmgp test, end-to-end test for now. If we run this, yep, it works. Great. Great. And what if we check Memgraph? Yeah, we run the match and digital 10, which is fine. We created this, we called this, we still got the leak, and that's fine. Okay. Let's me. Okay, now we have, so we have the context now, which is much nicer. We have that clone, which is not nice. We definitely have to remove that from the user code, because who's gonna know that that has to be cloned? Yeah, I'll commit as is now, but I'll try to make I try to test with references. All right. Clone. We do a bunch of cloning. But now we are passing that context. The problem with we cannot implement a copy trait on something that has a reference count, and then we have to do explicit clone. I didn't know that, but yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We here create that. Yeah, to dos. So the first one is here. Okay. Explain with reference count. Yeah, but maybe. So. How is that pronounced? Just a second. Implicitly. Memgraph can't be copied implicitly. Consider. That's one important to do. That's one important to do, and insert plus make value. So I'll put that in the example because here we have to make, let's say here, and make a value. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I have to do's. I have these things. I have context published. Everything is public. I'll try to reduce that in the future. Context memory, that's all great. Tests are also fine. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Git commit add. Okay, and okay, we push that to the repository. I won't check this yet because I'm not sure that that will be the end implementation. Okay, we'll see how that will go. Okay, but it's already 2 p.m. I think I'm gonna stop with this once that is done. Because yeah, but yeah, if we just take a reference, I think that's not gonna fly again. because we have an iterator, and that iterator will take a reference, will borrow a reference, I think that's actually possible. Rust. If I can have many immutable borrow occurs here, I can borrow again. Aha. According to this, I can actually borrow stuff. How to test that? Maybe I can just test on these simple functions for now. Let me check here. Build project, still building project. Why do we need so much time? Sure. Aha, I can have any number of immutable references. References must always be valid. That means that I can just pass like a reference to MGP. I can just pass a reference to MGP Memgraph, and that's gonna fly throughout that stuff. Let me just make graph vertices iterator. Okay. AG make Yeah, what if I take a reference to Memgraph here? I take reference here and the code is exactly the same. The code is exactly the same and I don't need that. Actually that's pretty easy to test and it should work even now. Consider borrowing. Okay. I'll try to borrow. Of course I'll try to borrow, don't worry. That's in the test. I have to borrow. Yeah, I can't just... Vertex tests. What about these tests? No. No. That's gonna fly. Okay. And what if I change? Why is that taking so long? Crazy. Okay. And what about my... okay. What about the next? Actually, make result a record. Then I change this to clone. If I just do this, that's gonna fail. That I moved here in previous iteration of loop. But yeah, because we have multiple iterations and then this is problematic. And then if I jump, make result record. So make result record here. Make result record. I make that a reference. Here everything stays the same. Everything stays the same here. And then I move back. And then I have ref here. That's gonna fly. Yes. Great. Yeah. It makes sense to actually have that. Yeah, in that case, I can even replace RC with box and then just have borrow, and it actually is multiple times, but immutable borrow, and we good. Yeah, actually I'm very stupid. I'll do that immediately, because that's much better than not doing so. The only problem is but let me first do that. So how many places I have to change? A lot. Okay, ag context memgraph. Wherever we have context memgraph, we have to replace that. So rs mgp rs 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 mgp rs here. Mutable. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stay with that memgraph and mgp memgraph things, because by having so we can change the underlying implementation without doing a bunch of stuff if something needs to be changed. Yeah. All right. That's it. Then vertex mode. Then we just search for memgraph and replace it with memgraph. So here we should have no, undo. No. Aha, but here I have to say the lifetime of that reference. But let's leave like this for now. Because if I have to store, then I can store just that reference count object. And I don't have to specify lifetime. Yeah, let's leave in these methods, let's leave like that. In the structures, let's just change the vertex property, and then value has value and test. These functions are borrowed, and then we create copy. Yeah, actually that's not bad, because we can do with this, we can do anything. We can do reference or we can do clone, which is okay. All right. Value mod. Okay, and then that's some kind of special character. Still building. Oh no. Okay. The build has passed. Great, but what about this? If I change. No. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, we do that. Where is that property? Mm-hmm. I've changed this code so many times. Like I have copy pasted this value, and even though it's just these two lines, I had so many interactions with that code. Crazy. Value 90. Context. What's the problem here? Context found, context borrow. Okay, I have to just change this here. So context dot clone with context with ref context. Yes, 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 yes. Ha! Ha! Great. Amazing. Let's say if we build test here. Okay. Tests as well have to be changed, which is fine. We don't have tests here, we have tests here, but this does. No, yes. No, yes. No, yes. No, yes. No, yes. No, that. Yes. No, yes. That's about it. And then here we have the same. We already changed that. Okay. Okay. Cargo FMT. Cargo test. Cargo build. Cargo FMT. Cargo build. Yes. Okay. Git diff. So I replaced clone with context, clone with context, clone. Ref. Let me just check here. It works. Memory leak is here. Okay. All right. So ref clone for the refs. Ref 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 ref. This is all ref ref. That's it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna commit this. Seems fine. So use no. Aha. This is now the same problem, but but yeah, gonna resolve that later. Git push. Okay. Rust query modules infrastructure. So yeah, we can do both. We can do one and two. We can clone that object and then pass it, and we can also move our mutable borrow. But yeah, I think it's fine for now. All right. We'll see about the build. I hope build is going to pass. How much time did I need? Last time 7 minutes. Okay, until that, So I think I'm done for today. It's already 2 hours past. Yeah, I have that issue with memory, but I have no idea what is that all about. So I won't spend time figuring out what it is. I'll do that offline because I don't know how much time uh, it's gonna take. And yeah, I spend a lot of time here in general, but at least we have some progress. Let me check how I stand. So I have these values. I do copy, but I have to figure out what's the problem before I go further. I also have the string problem. So for the value, I have to figure out how to copy strings. That's gonna take some time for sure. And yeah, but yeah, coming closer and closer, as I said last time, to resolve all these things. Let's just check the build. We don't need this. We don't need this. Yeah, the clone and copy are interesting with RC. So because RC don't implement copy, just clone. Let me just research that a bit. Yeah, there is no copy, and clone is as explained, so it will increase the reference, and that's what we want. That's fine. Let me check. Did I memgraph context? So I have clone here, I have debug here, which is good, and then I have that RC. Okay. But yeah, that should be fine. What else? How does this look like now? It's cleaner because we get that context and then we pass the context around. Iterator, yeah, if we need iterator, we need the context. I mean, we can create the graph and then pass the context, but still. Maybe we can actually put all these methods into the context. That's actually a good idea. So I can put, so instead of having that method and passing context, we can have all these stuff as a memgraph object. So we can have like memgraph and then memgraph dot something, memgraph dot vertex iterator. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure. Because, and then I can have insert and yeah, we need the MGP record. We also have to say we also have to say here we have to add these I can actually wrap all these methods No, because these methods are called in a different time. I have to call this. Yeah, my problem is that so this MGP init module, that's called when the module is loaded, and my test procedure C is called every single time procedure is called. And then I would like to put registration of these results into a single object, but that's a problem because that object has to be some kind of a singleton, or at least lifetime has to be throughout the lifetime of that module. So we need to have some global module object to do so, but that could be, yeah, we'll think about that, how to simplify that. Yes. All right. What about our stuff here? Okay, almost done. Any questions, please? If you have any questions. Sorry, I forgot to switch here. Yeah, please tell me about that in the chat. I don't see a problem until I see the problem. So okay, we are close to an end. I'll close this. Yeah. So I was explaining that we have to register somehow these things here, and then also have to insert exactly the same results, and we can notify user if results are not inserted. I mean, that's going to happen still in the, yeah, maybe we can come up with some macro which is going to be nice. We'll see about that. No idea at this stage. Yeah, our build has passed. Great. Okay, but we'll see about that for the next time. All right, let's me go back. So I hope this was good. I did a lot of refactoring, and also I had some thoughts about how to organize the whole code. Next time I'll probably do these value stuff and figure out how to figure out all the methods for all vertices, edges, and properties. And then probably that's gonna be for next time, and then I'm gonna polish the Saturday after that. But we'll see about that and how that all will go. Okay, if no questions, I don't see any questions. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe to get more of these in the future. And yeah, that's it. Take care and have a good rest of the weekend. Bye bye.